You're right people, Chaos here today, doing a new video on the Black Templars. It's going to be a little bit different from what I've done in the past, and it's going to be on the new chapter tactics and all the new gubbins that they've been bringing out. So hang on in, go over it in a minute. You're right people, going over the chapter tactics, the relics, the stratagems, everything for the Black Templars in 8th edition. A little bit of background, in the previous edition, 7th, 8th, 7th, 6th, 5, 4, so on and so forth, they had a lot of fluff for their combat press, challenging opponents, so on and so forth, but also how they hated psychers to go against psychic abilities. In the current 8th edition, they didn't have that, per se. They had it in the named characters, like the Emperor's Champion, with his whole challenging opponents, he can reroll to wound and hits and all that. Brilliant. But general Black Templars, not really. They've addressed that somewhat now. Black Templars chapter tactics is Righteous Zeal. I'm reading these off so I get it correct for you. You can re-roll failed charge rolls for Black Templar units with this tactic. Brilliant. So simple, but so brilliant. Some people are like, oh, it's not very fluffy wise. It is. Don't be stupid. They want to go in and smack the enemies with a sword, with an axe, with a power fist. Just beat the crap out of them. Not many other armies, not let alone Space Marines, armies in 40k can do that. Don't really think of many orcs that can do that. Many Tyranids, if any. Space Marines are the only ones that, Space Wolves are the only ones where you have to buy a banner and put it in with blood claws. That's the only one that really pops to mind. Elders maybe, but for a Space Marine chapter, the whole chapter to be able to do it, and I don't have to buy special banners to go in. Perfect, it's free. You know, if I drop down my Assault Marines or my Chaplain 9 inches from an opponent and I want to charge in to my guy here, I have to roll 2d6 and I have to get, say, an 8 or 9 plus to do it. Well, 2d6, that's a 1 in 4 chance of doing it. Re-roll it, that's a 1 in 5 chance now getting that. Brilliant. Cannot fault it. I'm going to leave it like that. Obviously, you know, I think Black Templars are very combat-y, melee. But anyway, I digress. Let's go over to the new stratagems. This counteracts the whole they haven't got a psychic resistance. Because obviously if someone sets off a psychic ability, you normally have to have a psyker in your army to be able to go against it. Now they've got Abhor the Witch for 1 command point. Use this stratagem when an enemy psyker manifests a psychic power within 24 inches of a Black Templars unit on a... You roll a d6 on a full plus 50-50 chance. Your psychic power is their psychic power is resisted by the sheer willpower of your unit and its effect is negated. Brilliant. People I've seen in forums going, oh, it's a waste of time. You can only do it once per turn. It costs a command point and it's 50-50 chance of doing it, so on and so forth. It's not supposed to be broken. Pardon me. It's supposed to give you a chance. Now, say for example, they're saying, oh, it won't stop smite spam. Yeah, that's fair enough. Then you just use your heroes and your troops and stuff to shoot the librarians and the psychers to get rid of that. This Abhor the Witch is for when I've got a Crusader squad of 20 guys, and say for example, got Tyranids gonna cast Terror on my 20-man squad. Now, the one thing I hate about that most of all is it minuses 1 off your hit. So instead of hitting on 3s, I'm hitting on 4s. So instead of 50-50 chance of hitting, I'm on 1 in 4 chance, 1 in 3 chance of hitting you. I don't want that going off. So now I can negate that on a 50-50 chance. If I really want to be able to negate that and charge in, I can then use the whole re-roll command ability to re-roll that to give me another chance to do it. brilliant. It's not broken, it's very useful. So stop the moaning. Now, I go over to relics. You got access to the standard Space Marine relics like the Burning Sword, the Eternal Shield, things like that. Nothing wrong with those. They do the job. The Black Templars one is the helm. What it does is, say for example, I put on a chaplain. Alright. Chaplains have their litanies of hate. I wanted to get it named correctly. Any friendly unit, same chapter unit within 6 inches, re-roll to hit in combat. That's doubled to 12 inches. Same with my commander. His rights of battle, re-roll once in shooting and fighting within 6 inches is now 12 inches. Regrettably, you can't put it on named characters. But that's brilliant. Now I've got a 12-inch bubble around my HQ choices for one command point. Perfect. Easy to model. You don't need to put on a power sword or anything like that. It's just a helmet. Perfect. Now, last but no means least is the Warlord trait. Now they get access to all the standard Warlord traits, which I'll go over in a future video if you like. The whole add one to their wounds and they get like feel no pain and things like that. The one they get is Oath Keeper. Heroic Intervention, instead of being 3-inch movement, is now 6. Which is brilliant, because normally with your melee characters like Hellbreak that you may have in your Crusader squad or your Assault squad or whatever squad, or Emperor's Champion, now instead of you having to be within 3 inches of an enemy unit charging in to your own unit and he's 3 inches away so he can move closer to the next unit, is now 6 inches. You got a bit of a bigger movement to go around. It helps a lot in the combat phase. Not a lot of other armies, as I said, can do that now. So it's brilliant. Across the board, they've allowed you to have a bigger bubble now to pile in. So Black Templars, combat, all that, it's really usable. And they got a defense against psychic abilities. And their own auras can be increased now. Perfect. They really are going for the whole combat with these guys. Ability bubbles, vast amount of infantry with heroes just charging in and hitting the enemy. Cannot fault it. But I'll leave it there with you. If you agree, give it a thumbs up. If you disagree, give it a thumbs down. Comment down below what you think as well. I really want your input. But I'll leave you with that. Hope it's been concise and easy enough for you to all understand and enjoy, and I hope you do enjoy it in the future. You all take care of yourself. Chaos out. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you want to see the other videos in the playlist, you got the left hand option. If you want to see the content that I have on my channel, you then have that middle option there. And if you'd like to join the chaotic crew, please don't be afraid to click that button on the right hand side. You're more than welcome.